ideas. ¿Dónde es que escondes eso que me hace palpitar?
Top of the morning. I still got puffy eyeballs from sleeping, but it's off to Spanish class. It's a really good way to get myself out and up and into the city. It's cool to like have a purpose when you're in a foreign place, and I love that Spanish classes kind of give me that. It feels like I'm going to work, and it's a great way to learn about where I'm staying and have really cool conversations with local people. A little post-Spanish class dip, some sunshine, and we got like an hour till podcast time. So I got my Spanish school in, got my sunshine, breakfast in. Now it's time to get ready for this podcast with Mr. Rolf Potts. I'm so excited. In 2018, after a trip to Colombia, I came home a little discouraged. I saved up all this money to travel. I went away for a month. I had an awesome time. Then I felt like I was starting over. I felt like I had spent all my money, all my savings. I felt like I had to restart and get excited about my work, and I just didn't have the spirit to do what I was doing. And I remember feeling a little discouraged. Like, I don't want traveling for me to be save up, spend all my money, go back to zero every time. And I read Ralph's book, Vagabonding. And it was the first book that really validated the inner traveler within me and really helped put it into perspective how realistic long-term travel can be. It helped me shift my perception of money and really helped me see my life and my life plan in a whole new way. I'm super excited to be able to do a podcast with him and do it in Mexico. Like, very full circle moment for me. So travel was the thing that really helped me find direction, at least be the spark that like pushed me in the direction that would become my career, my thought process, like how I viewed myself. It really gave me direction when I didn't have it. So in your own words, why is travel such a catalyst for, one, finding ourselves and finding direction, and then two, helping us whether if we're lost or if we're in these like kind of life transitions as I was at that age?
Well, I think travel is, in the purest sense of the word, life's best education, if you let it be. You know, I think another thing about the U.S. is that we often see travel as this consumer option instead of this life option. We see it as something that we buy and then we have fun and we do this activity and that activity, and that's great. But I think if you allow it to, travel can not just teach you all kinds of things about the world, but it helps you learn what you're excited about. Like being in your early 20s, there's this uncertainty and society is telling you there's certain things you need to do. And oftentimes like we'll go to university and get a degree, and that's fine. But oftentimes you can learn more and have as much fun or more when you're traveling. And so I think just there's something to be said for letting go and letting travel teach you what it can. You know, I think we're in this age now where we want to have the answers in advance because we can get so many answers, including answers about travel in advance. But just going into the world knowing that wonderful things are going to happen, but not knowing what they are yet, is one of the best things you can do for yourself in terms of education.
I just finished up a long day on the computer, a very good day on the computer, but long day on the computer. Podcast with Rolf was incredible. He brought so much value, so much wisdom to me, and it was just so cool to be able to tune into him. After that, I had a coaching call, a 1-hour coaching call with like a friend / client, and he's my first client that I do one-on-one personal coaching for, basically. And those always make me so stoked because all we do is talk about how we can help him get clarity and direction in his life, and it's the best feeling to fucking help someone. To see his growth in the last month was really cool. It's really cool to be able to alchemize all these like personal development and self-help type things that I've applied to my own life to find like clarity and direction, to be able to help someone else with that. It's just like the best feeling in the world. So that was cool. Just took a walk to kind of clear my head and get away from the computer and the screens. I'm gonna put in some B-roll of this neighborhood that I'm living in right now. There's tons of birds and trees. Check it out, it's cool.
No me pierdo el momento porque esto es ideal. ¿Dónde es que
Now I'm kind of free, and I think I'm gonna go take myself on a little date. I think I'm gonna go get some food, wine and dine myself. I'm working on that self-love shit, you know what I mean?